Okay, all right, here we are. We're live. It is live officially. Like, believe it or not, we're actually live, which is pretty much a miracle. After all the technical difficulties and so
thanks for waiting.
Thanks, Earvin, for waiting, man. This is our first, as I said earlier in our last teeny streams ago. This is my first time going live on YouTube. And I got all this connections and all this madness going. And of course, during our pre-test, it worked fine. I pre-tested 3 times. I swear to God, it did work. When the video was private, but then now that we have to go live, nothing seems to want to work. Buffering issues, latency issues. So if you have any tips on the ways to make sure that this runs good, feel free to post a comment and share it down below. Yeah. Definitely much appreciated.
All learning.
All right. So with that said, let's get right to it, okay?
Sure.
So this is I'm going to be doing these YouTube live videos. At least I'm going to try to get to twice a month. And it's called Let's Talk Photography. This is our 3rd episode. At first it was on Facebook Live. And now I'm going to be doing it here on YouTube. And it's really to share and talk about different topics of photography. And what I'm planning on doing is inviting people in. And last Let's Talk Photography episode, I had Panasonic sit in, and that was really fun. Talk about the GH5, and we talked about the G9, and we talked about just all the awesome things that Lumix and Panasonic cameras has. And I do want to let everybody know that this video right now, or this live session, is sponsored by Panasonic, because they were awesome enough to send me a GH5 and a G9 to make sure that these videos come out awesome. And if you have seen my recent videos, they've all been recorded with the GH5 or G9 cameras. So with that said, I'll post a link later on down below for you to check out those cameras. All right, so with that said, this week we're going to be talking about film photography in the digital age, its role, its place. And for me, I work at Mike's Camera, and I see this like emergence, this of film photographers coming on up and developing their film, and me shooting digitally, mirrorless and DSLR. It's like kind of interesting, you know, this new generation. So I have here with me film photographer Earvin Quero, and we're gonna discuss just that, because he is not only a fanatic, he's an artist at what he does, and I think he has a perspective that I don't have, and that's why we want to kind of talk about it from the digital and photographer side and the film photographer side. It's kind of like Star Wars, you know, two forces.
The old Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, we're trying to, and we both have to exist. But at the same time, there's like this constant struggle. Some people are like really digital, and some are hardcore film. I definitely consider you kind of hardcore, because you're so invested in it, and you take it as an art and a craft, and I really respect that. Before we get started and get into our interview, I do want to let you know that Earvin is now currently showcasing a few of his pieces of work, awesome work, over at Laney College at the Darkroom Club. So definitely feel free to go check it out. How long is that going to be exhibited?
It's going to be a month. They're going to be hung there for a month. So I got 4 photographs there. They hang it for a month. And then awesome. And they are available to purchase. So if you feel free and you want to you just want to support local artists doing their thing, definitely consider picking up one of his pieces of work. And as you'll learn, you'll see that you're not just picking up a photo. It's a creation. It's like a creation. It's really art. And I've seen digital photographers put in that craft, but to see the film photographers do it, it's like, it blows my mind. It's like a totally different, how can I say, discipline, you know? I respect it a lot. And I've seen you over there. I've known Earvin for about a year now, and I've seen him grow stylistically, and that's why I had to bring him on for this episode. So, okay. So I do want to say that this is not a it's a digital camera, but I don't know much about photography at that time. I'm just have a camera and taking pictures, whatever I can take.
Whatever you could take. Yeah.
And then one day I walk around the neighborhood. I saw some garage sale going on, and I found a Minolta SRT 101, my first film camera, and it has a complete box. It's like kind of like a brand new, but it's been old. So I bought it for like $10.
Oh, okay.
$10. And then if you
$10. That's a lot cheaper than my
check it
Nikon.
around, and there's no much video on YouTube yet at that time.
Wait, you got this for $10?
$10.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's
SRT.
great condition.
Oh, SRT 100, not 101. So this is an older, down version of the 101. So this is SRT 100 Minolta.
The conditions for fantastic.
Yeah, try it. Feel the weight on it.
Yeah, wow. This is it's got
It's
some
heavy,
beast
huh?
to it. Yeah.
So I started with that. I don't know anything about film at that time. I don't know any. So I went to some camera shop in San Jose, and I asked them if this camera is still working. And they fiddled around too, checked everything. The meter works. Put new battery. They showed me a film, what type of film to use.
Okay.
And they showed me how to load this. And after that,
So you didn't know anything. You just
I
bought
don't
the
know,
camera.
yeah.
Okay.
I got this hook because I remember at that time Instagram is just starting.
Ah.
So you can see all the filters there that they're using old film filters before.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of interested using film camera, and then I found this. I don't know anything about it. Some guy taught me how to use it, load film, and then boom.
And then that's it.
That's it.
Wow, that's amazing.
I've been
Now,
shooting film ever since.
were you shooting digital before?
Yeah, I was, but I'm not into. I'm just keep clicking and clicking at that time.
Huh. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually dive into that a little bit in a second. Just to let you folks know, Earvin has his first book right now called Silver, which is available for purchase.
To purchase, yeah.
Now, how much is that?
It's there in blurb. Once they check the link, we will send the link later.
Okay, I'll post the link down below, folks. So don't worry, it will be there.
Yeah, so it's on blurb. It's uploaded there. It's a print on demand thing.
Okay.
Like, so if people orders it, they can print it for you. And the thing is, I don't have a sponsor, or I don't have any money to
Publisher to push you.
To publish this book. I mean, bulk books to get it. So
How many pages is it?
about 28.
Awesome.
Like back to back.
a copy with you? Do you have a copy with
Yeah, copy. Somebody bought it, and
someone bought your copy.
No, it's kind of like that.
Oh, okay, right
and then I signed it. I forgot to borrow it.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
don't worry. We're gonna post a link down below for you to check out his book. Okay. So now let's keep moving. Why have you decided to capture photos with film over digital? If you were shooting digitally first, okay.
So if I was shooting digitally first, I keep on clicking the shutter, and then looking on the LCD all the time, and I don't like it. I don't know why. It's not the type of photograph that I want. So I delete it, took it again. It happens all the time. Keep doing that.
So you just so you take your photo. Obviously, you take your time to take the picture, composition, but at the same time, you're just not satisfied with.
Not satisfied, and probably I'm so fresh at that time. I still don't know anything about photography at that time. Not even the shutter speed and aperture at that time. I just
you were almost
around.
shooting in automatic almost.
Automatic and manual too.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. Then
okay. Wow, you're a brave soul.
Priority.
Okay. You were just shooting, almost like just taking snapshots, basically.
Kinda, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And then the transition to film, it makes me more think.
Slows you down.
Slows me down.
Gotcha.
Think more, and learn the aperture and the shutter speed work together.
The exposure triangle. Yeah. Gotcha.
So by that time, I'm keep shooting, but learning too.
At the same time.
At the same time.
So film photography forced you to slow down and learn photography.
That's for me, yeah.
Versus just on auto and you're just spraying everything.
Spraying everything and going to computer editing stuff. That's it.
It's like, okay, I can just fix it and edit it later on.
Most of the time
It's no big
like
deal.
that. Yeah.
Okay, now What style of photography do you like shooting most? Because I've seen like some portraits, I've seen landscape, I've seen a little this, a little that. But what's your passion? What's that called?
My main thing is it's landscape.
Okay.
But the type of landscape that I shoot is not like the regular landscape that people almost see, like Ansel Adams style of landscape.
Yeah.
I'm more on the type of landscape that is unreal, kind of something like that. Like, I want something, when I photograph, I want something that the normal eyes can't see. So,
I've seen you dabble with portraits, though.
Portraits, yeah. When I do portraits,
yes,
it's a family thing, mostly.
So your son, because he seems to be a little famous on your Instagram.
I document him since day one.
Nice. Now, I want everybody, seriously, this may sound silly, but you have to check out his Instagram and see his cute son that looks, it's scary, like a mini him. Seriously, this is no playing. Check him out. Where's your Instagram? What is it at?
It's Earvin _Quero.
There you go. Check it out. And most of the pictures, or all of the pictures are filmed, right?
All
just scanned, right?
Scanned.
Okay, go check it out because you'll see his black and white as well as
my Instagram
his color.
Yeah. On the Instagram, it's only black and white. Right
it's
now.
Only black and white?
For now,
I thought I saw your son on there.
It's going to be on Facebook.
Oh.
Because most of my like family work is on Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Instagram is more like my hobby and passion.
Gotcha. Your purse. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I don't
so
like
you separate the two.
If they mix around the.
And you have a professional page on Facebook?
Yeah, like a Facebook page. Yes.
Okay. All right. Same everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So check out those two platforms to see his different styles. And so that you can really understand where he comes from, his sources of inspiration, and not only that, I kind of see like you shoot different when you're in color versus the black and white. Mm-hmm. So it's good to kind of see both his styles. Now, is there a different process in capturing portraits versus landscapes? Do you go through a different process, not just in developing and in your dodging and burning, but like overall composition, what's your process?
My process is very simple. It's just like I stick to one film all the time if I'm doing landscape. It's a Kodak Tri-X. Ever since day one I started shooting film, Tri-X is my go-to film. Okay. Because, it's very comfortable with me. The color of the blackness, the contrast of it is the type of contrast that I want. And I can push it a little bit too. I can pull it a little bit too.
So it gives you more creative.
I never tried other black and white films, so I can.
Oh, okay.
I can compare.
Okay.
So, but right now, ever since Kodak Tri-X is my landscape black and white film that
awesome.
My choice.
And do you prefer black and white versus shooting color?
For my landscape work, yeah, it's just pure black and white. Color for me, it's too much. It's too much because we see color all the time. It's hard to create art.
Emotion and
yeah. When I'm shooting color, it's too much element going on.
Because not only are you dealing with the objects
that's right.
in the frame, but now you're dealing with color.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then you need to adjust the right temperature of the color too. Saturation.
So not only composition and everything else, now you got to worry about color temperature.
In case of black and white, it's just black, white, and shades of gray.
Gotcha. Grayscale, basically.
And then.
So now you can just focus on the image itself.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because as a digital photographer.
But for color, I shoot color for 35mm. I shoot a lot of color for my kid.
Okay. It's funny because I actually prefer color versus black and white as a digital photographer. Like once in a while, 2 days ago, I posted on my Instagram a black and white picture of Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
But that image took me 5 months to edit, which sounds very odd.
5 months.
Because I stared at these photos for a long time and said, what do I want to do? What do I want to do?
It sounded to me too. I have tons of negatives at home. Never printed yet.
Never printed. See,
so
it's weird.
There. Yeah.
But then it comes out great.
Yeah.
And you're like,
surprises. I like surprise. Every time I pull a booklet and check the negative, let's try to print this, and then put it in a larger, scan it down, feel about it, and then check if it is better if we crop this thing. Because in Darkroom, there's a lot of cropping going on.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, a lot.
Interesting.
For me, I guess.
And okay, all right, that actually leads us to some more things. Do you process your own film?
I do. I process my own film. I stick to one chemical too.
Okay. Which
is D76. I prefer sticking one chemical all the time, so it doesn't.
Okay. Do other photographers mix?
Some people do a lot of play around with different chemicals. There's Rodinol. There's D76. There's an Ilford brand too. There's Agfa brand before, like Adox, Rodinol. Right now, I don't know, I can't remember.
But you like sticking with one specific.
I stick with one chemical, so I don't have to worry about anything else.
Got you. You know how it works.
My temperature is like that. My film shot like that. My time stuff like that.
So it's all consistent, basically. Consistent. Got you.
And then I will play that later on my darker and larger, dodging and burning later on.
And dodging and burning. Now, with your process, so I was just about to say, one thing that impressed me with Earvin's progression in film photography is that he ended up building his own darkroom. Tell us a little something about that.
The only way to print your own is to get a darkroom. I'm just kind of fortunate to have an extra storage room in my place to build it. So I just did it.
You just did it.
One day, I was looking like an enlarger first, because I don't know what else. I'm still learning how to do the darkroom printing before.
Yeah.
So I found Craigslist. I found $100 a set of enlarger and everything. The trays there, tongs, thermometer, chemical bottles, everything that you can start with. It's there.
So it's there.
So he sold it to me for like $100.
Oh, so that really got you started right there. Oh.
So a setup already, a complete setup.
Now, how big is your darkroom?
Gosh, about let's say
bigger than my apartment.
No. Yeah, it's an apartment. So it's enough to fit three people. Let's say 3 people.
It's bigger than this living room?
No.
Oh, okay.
About
like half, maybe?
7 feet.
Oh, cool. Okay.
8 feet. About 8 feet.
And you have it all dedicated to just film?
Just film there.
Ooh, that's crazy. So you have film hanging like underwear on little lines and everything like that?
Yeah, if I'm drying film, yeah.
Man, okay. All right. So there you go.
Drying.
All right. Well, that's actually pretty amazing. How much did it cost you to build your own darkroom?
It cost me $100 for that whole setup to start with. But later on, I keep going to this kind of event, like a flea market camera event.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I go there, I pick it up.
Oh, little pieces.
Little pieces by pieces.
So, roughly from front to end, what do you think total? Just for those who are considering about getting, building their own.
Plus the paper and stuff.
Oh, boy.
That'll be a lot. I can't.
But just to build the room, that's
just
like
to build the room.
Qualified. That's like, okay, it's good to go.
If you're lucky enough to find $100.
Oh, because the room was pretty ready?
It's ready.
By itself?
By itself. They just need to put some equipment. Equipment there. And block all the light leaks that you can see possibly.
Towels and whatnot?
I do towels.
Okay.
Now, yeah. But now I seal it professionally now.
Oh, professional? Wow. Excuse me.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah, because I actually was wondering. I mean, I'm never going to be doing a dark room. We have Lightroom. Thank you, Adobe. But at the same time, I'm like, I wonder how much it costs to put one together. Was it difficult to learn how to build one?
The learning of the building one is not. It's not that bad.
Oh, really?
No.
You just Google it or something?
Google, YouTube. There's a lot of YouTube videos.
Thank you, YouTube University.
About it.
Okay.
About how to print, about develop printing.
You learned a lot by YouTube?
Yeah, self-taught.
Well, see, that's why we're hoping you watch this so that you could learn something and tell us about what you created. Okay? You could make your next dark room. Okay? Check him out. So once you have your own darkroom, did you see an evolution in your photography? As soon as you had your own darkroom and you could start doing your own effects, etc., did you notice you're like, oh my God, now I can do much more?
It opens up more to me, especially printing. It opens a lot because the process of taking photograph is not done until you end up with the print with the print on it. So every time I take a picture, I just block my head. I'm not assuming anything, so I just like let it go. But the image is in the back of my head. So when I go to the darkroom, process it, surprises me. Oh, we can change it. So the image at the back of my head can be changed later on.
Gotcha. So you're like,
so
okay.
It opens up more
creativity
for me.
So
not like there's a famous photographer named Ansel Adams.
Who's he?
I don't know. They can Google it. So yeah, the famous photographer named Ansel Adams. He's more like I'm opposite. He's like pre-visualization. So when he took a picture, he knows what he's gonna do later on.
Oh, so he already sees.
He already sees, and
gotcha.
He knows how to process it, what the developing time with is, and go on. For me, I just like the pictures. It's in my head.
Yeah.
But I know later on I can change it.
So
it's open.
Got you. So it's kind of like you're at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like doing it now.
Yep.
While his process was, I already know.
No.
As soon as I hit the shutter.
Yep.
That's interesting.
And then, so imagine 36 frames for 35 millimeter. It will give you 36 images, and you will be surprised that did I took that picture?
Did it actually take, right?
So it's interesting to print this way, not the one that it took. Make sense to you?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And that was one thing I liked about the restrictive nature of film was you only have 36 chances.
Yeah. So that 36 is all thinking. So you need to be focused.
You're like, oh man, I only got
every click. Let's say it's $1.50.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's not going down.
Yeah, it's not getting cheaper.
It will go up sooner or later.
Yeah.
I mean, it's happening.
And not that many people even do it. Yeah. I mean, I'm at Mike's Camera.
I think.
And not that many people know many other places to go.
That's right. Yeah.
In the Bay Area. Yeah. And we're in the Bay Area. We're the hipster central of the United States. And it's hard. And there's only a few left.
Few lab and most lab that you can see, like the CVS before.
Yeah.
They only do color. And
it took even a week for color, didn't it? Some people told me that.
It's not an hour anymore because the hype right now is really going.
It's really going up. So if
you hour photo out before it can wait, it's not an hour. It's like the next day or the next 2 days.
Absolutely, which can be annoying, especially now with cell phones. You can get your photo right then.
That's true.
So if you guys need any film processing, feel free to go down to any Mike's Camera locations. There's 5 in the Bay Area: Sacramento, Menlo Park, Mill Valley. And of course, I'm over at the Dublin store. You can check me out at any Saturday if you need any help or any questions about your film and digital photography. Okay? Right. So anyway, nonetheless, all right. Now, let's talk gear. What cameras do you use? Let's start with the bodies first.
Okay. So this is my first film camera, right?
Okay.
I don't use this anymore. This is...
You don't use it because it looks great.
I know. I exercise it sometimes if I'm...
Oh, you exercise it.
Just to keep the gears keep rolling.
Okay, it's like turning on a car if you haven't drove in 6 months.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's my thing. So every time I check cameras, I exercise them.
I didn't know my camera needed exercising.
Every shutter.
All right, you got it. Now let's see the next one.
So my main go-to camera, like all the time I use for landscape, is my Hasselblad.
Woo-wee! Look at that.
This is my go-to camera. I
feel real fancy just looking at it.
I love the format 6x6. I like the square format. It gives me more room to work, because sometimes doing 35 millimeter, figuring out like if you want to do portrait or landscape.
That's right.
It annoys me sometimes.
So this is kind of have 2 foot. All right, now when he says 6x6, we're talking about a square. This is Instagram before Instagram was Instagram right here. So just to let you know, no.
Right.
For all you young people out there that can't get off their Instagram.
And I like this camera because you can take apart everything, take it all apart.
Sure.
And upgrade whatever you want, even the
So
mirror.
you could upgrade each piece of this here.
You can.
Dang, right on.
There's a word for that. Can't remember.
What is that?
The word for the.
For being able to do that?
Yeah.
What is it called? Taking it apart?
Yeah.
What is it called? I mean, what's the word?
I can't remember right now. But
Okay.
Versatile, something like that.
Oh yes, of course.
I mean, you can. This is the body. This is the box. This is the house.
Modular.
Modular. There you go. Thank you, Justin.
Yes, thanks, man.
I'm bad at that word.